Whew. Okay. This is my first YouTube video ever. Do I have lipstick in my teeth? Okay, my teeth. Today I will be sharing with you guys how I was able to save $10,000 in just 1 year as a 20-year-old. Cue the intro. I don't have an intro. I am 21 now, but for the majority of the year that I was saving, I was 20, so I'm just gonna go with that. I have 10 tips. They're more like 10 lifestyle changes that anybody can do, because if I was able to do it, then honestly anybody can, because I was not good with money. I literally would spend like 100% of my income on things. I wasn't saving anything, but these 10 tips really helped me. So I just want to educate you guys too, to be smart with your money, to not go wasting it on stupid things that don't even matter. So my first tip is, okay, this one is going to be controversial, but it is to save with cash. And it depends on the person, because for me personally, I found that like seeing the money, being able to touch it was a lot easier for me than having it in a savings account online, because I would transfer it out of my savings like all the time. But there's something exciting about having the money, like the physical version of cash, and being able to count it every month. And to me, not putting it in like a high interest savings account is worth it. It's worth not getting that 2% interest. So that's why I choose to save with cash, and that is what really helped me start saving. My next tip, and this one is super important also, is to have more than one sources of income. And this could be difficult at first to figure out, because a lot of us are super busy already with our main job, and we're like, how can we have another job? But there's so many things you can do, so many side hustles. Just go on YouTube, find some videos about side hustles. You'll be surprised at how many there are. And honestly, if you don't have at least a second source of income, then you're doing something wrong, and that's just the truth. Accept it. My third tip is to not keep items you're not in love with. And I've also done this many times. Like, I buy something, it's so exciting and I'm so happy about it, and then a week or two later it's just like, okay, like nothing special. So that is why I always keep the tags and the receipt, because you never know how you're gonna feel in like 1 week or 2 weeks, and it's better to return it and get your money back than just being stuck with an item that you're not super in love with. It's just not worth your time or your money. Fourth tip is to not give expensive gifts. And I understand you have people in your life, like your parents or husband or wife. Of course you want to spoil them on Christmas or on their birthdays, but you just have to accept that you are not in the financial place right now to be giving like $300, $400 or higher. And I'm sure the person understands. They're not gonna love you any less or be unappreciative. They're gonna be just as grateful and thankful for whatever gift you give them, and just spend time with them, give them attention. Find a gift that's not that expensive. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter how much the gift costs, but you could be saving yourselves hundreds of dollars. My next tip is to live within your means. And what I mean by that is to not buy things that are unnecessary just so that you can feel like richer about yourself. I don't know, for example, this is the example I like to use that I get hate on. Shopping at Whole Foods. Like, do you need to shop there? There are so many other grocery stores out there, and you're gonna spend like double or triple the money just when you go to Whole Foods, and you can avoid that by shopping somewhere else. Like, you don't need to go there just to feel like better by yourself. Or something else that I like to think about is owning an Apple Watch. Like, an Apple Watch is not a necessity, and that $300 or $400 that it may cost you might not seem like a lot of money, but I mean, that month you bought an Apple Watch, a pair of shoes, a bag, and a little mini vacation, and there's like $1,000 that you could have had in your savings account. My next tip is to avoid going to expensive restaurants. What I mean by expensive restaurants, for me personally, that's like any meal over $20, because that adds up really quick. And honestly, just going to Chick-fil-A, $7, it's gonna be just as good as eating at a like fancy restaurant. My next tip, and I don't know if people even do this anymore, but it's buying the newest iPhone. I know there used to be a big thing, like kind of back in the day, like you had to have the newest iPhone that same day it came out. But nowadays, like no one even looks at your phones. Like they honestly all look the same. Like I don't look at people's phones like, oh my god, you have the 6 peasant. No, that's not how it works. Like as long as your phone is working, it's not shattered into pieces, and if you have a bad battery life, then just change the battery. That's a lot easier and cheaper than just getting a new phone. My 8th tip is to stop going to the mall for fun. And I do this when I have like random breaks in my day, like, or if I'm not home and I have an hour to waste, I'm like, I'll just stop by Target or go to the mall. And that I could have avoided. Like I didn't need to go buy something, I just didn't have anything else to do. So there goes like $100, $200 or more just because I was bored or I didn't know what to do with my time. My 9th tip, it's kind of similar to just going to the mall for fun, but it's to learn to be okay with staying at home. Sometimes when it's the weekend, we kind of want to do something, want to leave the house, but we all know that as soon as you step out of the house, like money's just flying out of your wallets, and we don't want that. And staying at home is really fun once you make it fun, I guess. Like you just have to find things to do around the house or hang out with the people that are in your house, and you're gonna be saving so much money once you start doing that. And my very last tip, this is just something I started implementing recently, and it's to go on no buy weeks or months. And it might seem really easy, like not to buy anything for a week, but try it and you'll see that it's actually really difficult. And I don't mean that you have to like not fill up your car, like you still have your necessary expenses, but this is just the random purchases, like randomly buying yourself coffee out or going out to eat or buying clothes, anything like that. Those stuff are not urgent, they're not important, and if you really need them, you can wait and buy them once your no buy week or month is over. And I'm currently doing no buy January, and it's really hard to do a whole month, but it really teaches you discipline, and you'll be so surprised at how much money you save by the end of the month. Okay, those are all my 10 tips, 10 lifestyle changes that you can do that will save you money. And feel free to let me know what you guys do that saves you a lot of money. I'm always interested in hearing so that I can try it out for myself as well, and so that we can all be educated and smart with our finances. And yeah, thank you for watching. I'm thinking of doing more money related videos or about minimalism, so stay tuned, and thank you guys for watching. Okay, bye.